Hello, and welcome back to Blonde
Brunette
and Confused, the podcast where we share stories, unsolicited advice, and conversations about life as college students. We want to give you the unfiltered truth.
It's been a minute since we've recorded anything because life as we knew it changed very quickly, and we've been adjusting to that. Does anybody want to give the listeners a recap of what went down at Hofstra and how we all ended up where we are?
So pretty much, we were a week away from spring break, and we were all hanging out in the boys' room, and we get an email, and it's just like, school for like this week is canceled, and we're just like, what? Like due to COVID-19. And we like heard about COVID-19, but hadn't really like gotten to our school very much, and we didn't really like think about it, and it wasn't like a issue that we thought would arise. And so we like looked at this, we're like, what? Like classes are canceled, so we don't have to be here anymore. And so we all called our friends, our family. We all went home like the next day. And so we all left, and then spring break happened. And then like middle of spring break, they told us that like Hofstra was going online for the rest of the semester.
I don't know about you guys, but for me, I was naively convinced that we were just going to be back after 2 weeks and that nothing was going to change. Our school in particular was trying to encourage students that lived on campus to move out as quickly as possible. So I think that was honestly the craziest part, is the week that classes were starting online, the week that we're adjusting to the reality that we're not going to be on campus, you also have to find a way back to move your stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I know a girl in one of my classes who her parents didn't feel safe letting her get on a plane to go back into New York because, as everybody knows, New York blew up. So she had to convince one of her friends to pack up for her. She thankfully got someone to pack her stuff. It was crazy, but it all worked out.
Yeah, especially like for people like you, Bella, we're like in Florida right now and trying to find a flight back, and especially like during this time, because like Florida is also crazy. And so it was easier for Hannah and I because we just could drive a couple hours and stuff and get there. And it was very nice because we all planned it, so we were all there at the same time, so we at least could say bye to each other before we all moved out, which was good.
Being home and still having to do classes, how are you both doing with that?
It's okay. I'm overwhelmed. I dropped one of my classes, actually. So I dropped my WSC class, which is only 2 credits.
They're easier than I thought it would be, and it's like annoying me in a way because this semester was already gonna be my easiest semester because I had like 2 drama classes, and I only had really like one and a half business classes because management was like kind of a half. And so I was just like, oh, okay, this is really easy, and now it's become even easier. And next semester my schedule is like insanely hard, and so I'm like, oh, I wish it could have like switched. Like one of my drama classes is a pass-fail class, but you have to go in and do like physical labor is the drama class. And so he just emailed all of us. He's like, none of you can do this, so I'm just going to pass all of you. And we're like, awesome. Another one, we were supposed to see like performances, and instead we're just watching movies. And I was already doing that in my film philosophy class. I'm just watching double the movies and writing essays. Management, he literally is not teaching us. He just said, here, I put tests online and PowerPoints, open note, open book, take them whenever you want. And I'm like, okay. So like they're easy, but they're just like an annoyance in the back of my head that like, oh yeah, I don't know what days of the week or what days now. And I'm just like, oh yeah, I have to go online and do a class. Like I don't remember that I have to do that.
All of my classes are basically the same. Only one, he pre-records the lectures. The rest we all meet on Zoom. The workload hasn't changed at all. The only thing is some of my classes now we have discussion board posts, which feels like more. I think they're trying to compensate for the fact that we're not in class participating. I don't really know. So in that regard, my workload hasn't changed at all. I still feel really busy. I'm very fortunate in the fact that my on-campus job, they made it virtual. So I still get paid. As Lauren alluded to, I'm in Florida, which is not where I lived before. My parents moved the exact same time that all of this was going down. So I've had to adjust to a new state and adjust to being home and adjust to my classes being online all at the same time. And they also didn't think I would be home or my twin brother would be home. We both are now. So we are now sharing a king-sized bed in the second bedroom because they didn't think have to accommodate us.
But who can get closer than that, you know?
Personal space in this teeny apartment is a little limited.
I've just been trying to figure out stuff to do, like, on my downtime. I watched Friends bloopers with my mom today for, like, 2 hours. That was fun. And it's come to the point, you know, like, I can quote a lot of Friends, because I've watched it over, like, 5 times, I think, at this point. But now it's the point where I can even quote the bloopers. And that's where I think I've hit my point, where I'm like, I might be just a little bit over the edge on this show.
Just a smidge.
Just a smidge.
Shout out to Lauren. Lauren's still dressing cute. She has jeans on right now. Her hair is done. I'm wearing leggings, fuzzy socks, and a sweatshirt I bought at a thrift store.
I love that, though. I'm switching into something like that when I'm done. This is just to make my ex feel bad. You know, I only dress up Tuesdays and Thursdays. That's literally every other day.
I kind of want to dress up just to, like, I don't know, feel like a person.
I can't remember the last time I wore jeans or like shoes.
Oh yeah, shoes, I don't know. In this month of quarantine, I think I've left my house once, and I wore a bandana mask. It was funny.
So my dad's a retired police officer. He did a training a few years ago where they gave him like a box of the N95 masks. So we have some. So I have been wearing that.
I have this, it's nothing crazy. It's not a bandana. It's a rag from summer camp, if anyone's familiar with YMCA summer camps. But it's this brown rag that I have on my backpack. She's been through a lot, but in Florida now, like facial protection, you need to go in stores. So my dad took it off of my backpack and wore it, and it's so sad and small, but the man did what he had to do. I know that I, before this, thought I was an introvert, extrovert mix, but now I'm quickly realizing that that is not at all the case. And I will happily just sit on my own and not talk to anybody. It's not that I don't love my friends. I miss everybody so much. I just don't reach out to people. I don't know why. But I know Lauren was talking to me about being more extroverted and needing to reach out to people. So I just wanted your guys' take on how you think your personality is impacting how you're doing. Because for me, I realized like I can just sit in bed and watch Netflix, and that's all of that I need. And it's so bad.
I mean, I'm definitely a mix between the two. So like I have my moments where I'm like, I want to go see everyone and talk to everyone, but most of the time I'm fine. And the thing I really miss is like, I'm quite a claustrophobic person, so if I stay in one place too long, it starts to feel small no matter how big.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, not being able to go anywhere is my big problem. But thankfully now I live right next to the beach, so I kind of just walk to the beach and freeze. But, like, I walk there, and then it's a little better.
That's so nice. Oh my gosh. I'm dying because I am like probably I want to say like 85% extrovert and then like 15% introvert, I would say. So definitely back in the dorm, I had my moments where I'm like, my big really wants me to go out, or my GA wants me to go out. But like I'm gonna tell him I'm sick and I'm gonna stay in my bed because I don't feel like doing anything. But now I'm like trying to get my parents to like constantly make mixed drinks with me so I could like feel like I'm at a mixer. We've been making daiquiris nonstop. We've been trying to, oh my God, we've been making so many Rice Krispie treats, which is also great. We've been doing all these things, and I'm just like trying to like, I don't know, maybe it's another reason why I'm dressing like up every day. Cause I'm like, this is like something I could wear at a mixer. And I'm like, I feel great. It's bad. But yeah, I still having trouble though contacting people. People need to contact me so I feel like I don't bother them. Like I don't want to bother people because they have their own stuff going on.
I love those memes where it's the people that are missing the frat house or whatever frat parties. We've sent so many back and forth where it's like someone pouring a White Claw on the ground and mixing it with dirt and stepping in it. I think it's so funny. And I think that's one of the really shocking things is, especially this semester, I never went out. I was never really in the mood. I much preferred to just lay in bed after a long day. And now I regret that. I genuinely regret that because I don't know when we're going to be back at school. And the fact that this semester was taken from us, there's so many things we can only do at school that I regret not going out as much. And there's a lot of small things that I miss about Hofstra, which I never thought I would miss. But I'm like, please take me back.
Yeah. even like sometimes the food, even though it's like probably not a good thing to miss, but sometimes the food I miss. But yeah, and it kind of goes both ways too, because like this semester I went out more than I ever have. And because of that, now I'm just like, I had it and now it's like taken away from me instead of like not using the time. And so I'm just like, oh my God, I'm so used to going out every single weekend. Now I'm just like, what do I do? Also, it sucks that it's just my parents here. Like if my brothers were here, I'd be having a blast. But like, because we're not allowed to visit each other, like I don't have anyone like around my age because I have no friends here because I don't live in New York. And so I'm just like, I can only spend so much time with my parents before we annoy each other so much. I found out my dad is a really loud chewer yesterday. That wasn't fun.
That's the same thing for us. Last night we had dinner, all like the whole family at the same time, and it was silent because usually we have things to talk about, like what we did that day, what happened at school. But now we're all together all day. Like, you know that I just sat at that table for 5 hours. Like, I don't have anything else to share. I want to talk about funny Zoom stories. First of all, our finance class, the first class. Ladies, reflect with me on how that went. First of all, my business analytics class is supposed to be 50 to 75 kids. 20 kids show up every class.
That's same for film philosophy. We have 70-something kids and like 18 are in the lecture.
The only one of my class where everyone comes is my 6:30 p.m. design course because there's only like 11 kids in the class. So if you don't go, she knows. There's like one kid who lives in Germany who will come for the first like 5 minutes, but it's 4 a.m. So my professor's just like, please go to bed.
But our finance class, first of all, she is the sweetest woman. And our class, even in person, took advantage of that. The last day we were in finance, it got really bad. They just talked over her the whole time, and it was so bad. And then the first time we were online, the Zoom group message, like, she can see it, but it was a mess.
Mm-hmm.
People dropping their Snapchats and their Instagrams, like...
Oh my gosh, everyone shared their Instagram the first day. I forgot about that.
And they were all talking about how they were planning on cheating on our final.
In the chat, like
do you think she saw that? Because she never said anything about it.
She didn't seem to talk about the chat at all the first couple classes. Like today, she was just like, oh, people are talking in the chat.
I feel like they definitely left out that it was the first one. She probably had, like, nobody has any idea how Zoom worked before. The other thing, can we talk about the fact, as soon as you enter Zoom, you should mute yourself? I don't understand.
I have mine set that it usually will mute me before I go in because it asks if you want to like connect audio.
Yeah.
People who have themselves like their video off that forget to mute themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Also in our finance class, somebody replaced themselves with their stuffed animal.
Somebody just left their video on and put a stuffed animal in their place while they left, and I don't know, did whatever they did. But yeah, that was hilarious. There's also a lot of people who put very odd backgrounds.
Yes. Ooh, I'm looking at videos from last class now. And there was one girl who put the Tiger King like photo as her background. And then there was one dude who did 2 photoshopped images of Donald Trump onto shirtless men. One was what appears to be a pregnant man with his belly held by another man. And then the other was a boxer. I cannot tell which one because he has Donald Trump as a face.
Yeah.
And then I had a friend that I work with tell me that she was straight up with her camera on baking a cake in class, and her professor just did not care. And I support that.
I mean, I'm sometimes sewing during class. A lot of my classes have gotten harder and my professors are teaching less. So one of them, he just reads word for word what's on the PowerPoint and doesn't take questions. And I'm like, if you're just going to read the PowerPoint out loud, why do I have to be here? Like, I can just read the PowerPoint.
Yeah. I've seen a lot of funny Zoom stories, not personally, but through TikTok. A lot of trends that people are doing on the video chat. Specifically, I saw one today, and I was showing my mom. This guy was full on in a pool, and his his computer was on his diving board, and he was just swimming during the class.
Professor tried to request that people like keep pets out of their room during class. Not eat anything during class or like drink anything. And then they were like, and maybe just dress like you're going somewhere nice too. And I was like, in my own house. You're
Yeah.
trying to tell me I can't have dinner. I can't see my pet. But I have a fish on my desk, and his tank weighs 80 pounds. He's staying. But I mean, also, my dog is a big baby, and if I close the door and don't let her in, she cries. She will sit in front of my door and cry, and I can't do that.
Now's the time you should care the least about that stuff.
It's like saying just like you're lucky I'm here. I'm not gonna dress up and not do my normal daily activities.
The internet has blown up with Instagram challenges. There have been many, one of which that I took part in, and I am not ashamed because I love love, and Hannah tagged me in it.
I took part in.
So in the beginning, part of me was like, these need to stop. But then the other part of me was like, I know they're meant to be good. They're meant to bring people together. But the other part of me was like, the push-up one? Is it because I'm not athletic? I don't know.
One that I really wanted was the see a dog, show a dog, and that's the only one I haven't been tagged in. And I was like, I don't want to post a picture of me at like 12. I don't want to like do a push-up. My sister just tagged me in one that was like draw yourself. I'm debating doing it, but I probably won't.
Do you remember the one where everybody was drawing oranges? Did you see that?
No.
I swear the orange one could have been a fever dream.
I did not see that.
I don't know what that is.
If anybody saw the one where you had to draw an orange or any sort of various fruits or vegetables, please go to one of our BBNC Instagram, Twitter, wherever, and let me know because I need reassurance.
I know until tomorrow because that thing was stupid as hell.
Okay, why did you have to only like it? Why was the requirement to be a part of the trend to like it? Because that's...
I have no idea. I was so confused on that because like I was just going through Instagram and then my old best friend, he posted that and I was just like, okay. And so I liked it because I like all of his photos. And then he's like, yeah, I'm sorry to do this, but now you have to like post. I'm like, what? This is a thing? Like, I didn't know this was a thing. What do I have to do? He's like, for 24 hours, post like a really bad photo. And I'm like, okay. So I did it. I did it for like, 6 hours and then I deleted it. And I only sent like the message to like 10 people. And then I like was done.
That's okay. I liked someone's photo who had done that because I didn't know what it was. And they messaged me. So I just kind of unliked the post. I just didn't feel like it. My social anxiety can't handle having to message people to do it either. So
also to not have people like that photo, you both got this Snapchat, but I Snapchatted my entire friend list stupidly. It's like a picture of me saying, do not like my last Instagram post, right? Forgetting that some of these people on my Snapchat friends list are people that I haven't talked to in years and like I do not want to talk to again. And so they like responded being like, oh, hey, how have you been? Let's catch up. Well, I'm like, no, I didn't mean for this to like start a conversation. I was just totally
that's why we don't hit reply all.
Made that mistake.
There was this guy from my high school who was pretty widely disliked, and my high school was very, very small. So we had a group chat, apparently, I very much forgot about it, for our physics class. And he went back into the Snapchat group chat and messaged in it, trying to revitalize it, try and bring it back to life. And I just don't know. Quarantine has people just trying to bring things back.
Like, imagine just like, yeah, I want to reconnect with some of the people I used to know, but why just like your high school physics class?
I don't know. It was a whole host of people that I haven't even thought about, to be very honest. I also really want to do an episode about love in quarantine. Listeners, if you're interested, let us know. You know, not only on a friendship level, as we've talked about, but on a romantic interest level, things are changing and people are getting wild, and I want to talk about it. But anyways, next time.
Next time. I'm starting a juice cleanse tomorrow because I'm bored.
You ever start a juice cleanse because you're bored? I cut off my hair because I was bored, but also this isn't just a quarantine activity. I've done this 3 other times. From time to time, my hair just bores me and I chop it.
I'm debating on, my mom was like, oh my God, do it. And I'm like, I don't know. Either getting bangs or dyeing the 2 front sections of my hair navy blue.
I am so close to getting bangs, ladies. Let's do it, Lauren. together.
I wish I was famous enough, because like Addison Rae from TikTok, she gets like a lot of edits are made about her and like cute videos and blah blah blah. Some people have made amazingly edited like the pictures of her having bangs versus not, because she doesn't. And I'm like, wow, I wish I was famous enough for people to do it for me so I can see what I would look like with bangs.
You want me to give you bangs?
Can you edit bangs on my face?
Yeah.
I would love that. That could be a fun activity.
I edited a punk edit of my sister's dog the other day. I can definitely put bangs on you.
Can you do that now? I really want that.
Hair dyeing is also so tempting. Like, Emma Chamberlain dyed the whole underside of her hair blonde, and it looks good. Like, I'm not mad at it.
It's literally half and half bleach blonde, half brown. That's crazy.
I put more hair dye in my hair, but it's just a slightly different shade of brown than my hair already was.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was bleached for a few years, and we're gonna give her a break. This is, after this recent cut, this is the first time I haven't had any bleached pieces of hair since my sophomore year of high school. Been a while. She needs a break.
Speaking of, has anyone had any blonde moments? I didn't know that garbanzo beans and chickpeas were the same thing.
Neither did I. Wait, they are?
Garbanzo beans and chickpeas are the same thing, and I didn't know.
Well, I mean, I've heard someone say garbanzo beans, but I've, like, never received them and been like, here is. I've just heard the word, like, once in a movie. I've only heard chickpeas.
I know, I call them chickpeas, and so I saw a collage of beans posted by Good Mythical Morning, and I was like, why are chickpeas in a bean collage? And then I was informed that they are, in fact. So maybe it wasn't a blonde moment. Well, forgive me.
I forgive you. I had the same moment just now.
The only thing I can think of is my TikTok thing that I'm trying to do with live streaming people. That's not really a blonde moment. It's just kind of funny. Is that I go on at least 3 people's lives per night, and I try to get them to say my name, and I screen record. And so I'm going to make a whole collage of just a bunch of random TikTokers saying my name because I'm bored.
I'm a TikToker now.
I know, our queen. She blew up, ladies and gents.
I made a TikTok like 2 months ago, didn't post anything on it, and I got bored one night, and I decided I'm gonna make a TikTok about my Sims. It's at 2,500 views and 513 likes. So yeah, it's gone up since we last spoke. So I'm TikTok famous now, is all I have to say. As a person who doesn't fully understand what you do on TikTok or how it works, I am a TikTok celebrity.
What we do in with our quarantine time. I see all these posts about like, oh, you have time, like reorganize your life, find a new hobby, learn how to do another thing. And I'm like, well, I'm just gonna lay in bed, but thank you for the offer.
I would like go through and reorganize my closet, but I just moved before quarantine started, like the week before Massachusetts was like time to quarantine. I moved, so I've already gone through everything I own.
Don't make anybody think you have to do anything other than what you want to do at this time, okay? If you don't come out of this with something new, that is totally fine, and I will always stand by that.
Today we lived through a pandemic to our kids.
That's gonna be like the whole joke of like parents. I saw someone said this online. I don't remember who. But it's like the whole joke of like grandparents and like parents being like, I used to have to walk to school. We're gonna be to our kids, I lived through a pandemic. Get over your cold.
I love that. My dad always said that. He's like, I had to walk miles to school. You have a car. And I'm just like, okay, father.
Listen, take it one day at a time, folks. And hopefully this was at least a good escape. I feel like even though we're talking about it, we're not talking about it. Mm-hmm. So maybe you got your mind off things.
Now that we've had this episode where we sort of caught up, did Zoom, if we release more like this, they'll probably have like a little bit of quarantine, but they'll also probably be just other random stuff. Mm-hmm. I mean, we can't do anything, but other things do still exist.
And hopefully it serves as a form of escapism, while also being relevant to your life still.
To stay up to date on new episodes and a look behind the scenes, follow us at BBNC Pod on all social medias, Instagram, Twitter, even Pinterest. It's also a great place to contact us, let us know what you think, and give us topics you want to discuss. Finally,